level at the front of the field.
An unbelievable finish!
He absolutely stood up in the seat and was counted for there.
In the NASCAR Xfinity Series, names are made here! It is race 5 of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season. Today from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, it is the Liuna, as the series stays out west after an absolutely thrilling race and a fantastic finish in Phoenix last week. A totally different racetrack, a 1.5-mile D-shaped oval with high banks and high speeds and high risks, and it should be high drama today. Hello one and all, I'm Matthew Owens, and welcome to Las Vegas. Delighted to have you with us. Thanks for having us in for the race. Josh T's coming up in just a moment. The command has already been given. Cars are already on the track for parade and pace laps, so we are very much in hurry-up mode as we get ready for this race. This should be a very interesting race. These Xfinity Series cars put on just some of the most amazing racing, as we know, and especially at a track like this, the 1.5 mile high-banked oval. A lot can happen, a lot of drama, and a lot of excitement coming your way here today. Let's go ahead and give you the starting grid for today's race. And on the pole, well, for the third time in his career, it's Sammy Smith who will lead the field of the green for Junior Motorsports, and that's a theme with JRM cars at the front. His teammate Carson Quaffle is with him in row 1. Then another JRM Chevrolet Camaro starts third in Connor Zillich. Taylor Gray will roll off from fourth. Sam Mayer for the Haas Factory team, terrific to start the season with 3 top 10s in the first 4 races. He'll start 5th. The other JRM Chevrolet is Justin Allgaier. He'll start 6th. He's had 7 top 3 finishes at Las Vegas, but he's never won here. Jesse Love, the Daytona winners, in row 4 with Minnesota driver William Sawalich. Nick Sanchez and Jeb Burton is in row 5. Row 6 is last week's winner at Phoenix, Eric Almirola, alongside Parker Retzlaff of Wisconsin. Jeremy Clements makes his 21st career Xfinity Las Vegas start from 13th on the grid today, alongside Austin Hill, the winner of this race from 2 years ago. Brandon Jones was a close third last week in Phoenix. He starts 15th alongside Floridian Daniel Dye. Christian Eckes has won here in the Truck Series before. He starts 17th alongside Harrison Burton. From row 10, Matt DiBenedetto and Ryan Sieg, who was the runner-up here last fall, to A.J. Allmendinger. Row 11, Kyle Sieg and Anthony Alfredo. From 23rd, Sheldon Creed of Alpine, California, and Josh Williams. Orchard Park, New York driver Patrick Emmerling rolls off 25th alongside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania's Chris Wright. Row 14 is Blaine Perkins and Dean Thompson. Leland Honeyman starts in row 15, flanked by Brennan Poole. Mason Massey starts 31st with Dawson Graham in 32nd. Garrett Smidley and Josh Balicki make up the 17th row with Ryan Ellis and Austin Green in row 18. Austin, the son of David, the champion of the series in 1994. And in the final row, it's Joey Gase and Anderson, Indiana's Greg Van Alst. That's the starting grid for the Liuna here in Las Vegas. Well, we're excited for this one here today. Las Vegas always puts on such entertaining racing for all the NASCAR series, and for the Xfinity series, of course, the racing is good everywhere we go. As I mentioned, JT is here with us. JT, how you doing?
I'm very tired. Hello.
Is that just a standing answer for you? I feel like I should just not ask, because that's going to be the answer for you guys all the time.
Maybe ask me after the NASCAR Cup Series race. If I'm tired now, and I'm not going to sleep other than in the car on the way to the event and on the way back tomorrow, I'm not going to sleep.
Well, what about last week, this Xfinity Series stretch at Phoenix, Josh? What a great race that was, and what a hell of a finish.
Did something happen? What date was it? Last 8th?
Yes, it was.
I was at Ringwood, so I wasn't able to watch it, but I did see the finish. It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. Eric Almirola and Alex Bowman beating and banging to the line. as it was
4 wide.
Almirola who scored the victory. Brandon Jones was just behind all of it in third. There was some controversy during the week about it, but
I don't know why there was controversy, but that's NASCAR.
it is. But it's the
I'm
kind
just
of
glad we're not racing in Louisiana or Mississippi or that area of the country this weekend.
well, we should always be happy about that. But let's move
Yeah.
on. So we get ready to go here in Vegas. As we mentioned, JRM cars dominated qualifying, Josh. You've got all 4 of them starting in the first 3 rows of the race.
Is that a surprise? Is that not a surprise? Other people will have different opinions about it. But a really, really strong performance. And I'm going to look and I'm going to keep an eye on it because it'll be interesting to see how it plays out because it is NASCAR Xfinity at the end of the day. It's not as bad as ARCA.
No, it's not as bad as ARCA, that's for sure. Thank heavens.
But incidents do happen. Do you have my NASCAR 2025 cautions sheet?
Yes, I do.
I am yet to update it for yesterday's race, but yeah.
Very good. Well, excited to be delving through that all year long as the Toyota Super Pace cars is about set to come down pit road, and we are just about ready to go here in Las Vegas. This is a 200-lap, 300-mile race, and as the field comes off of turn 4, Sammy Smith and Carson Quaffle on the front row. JRM teammates here, ready to lead the field to the green here in Las Vegas for the Liuna, and we are ready to go. The green flag waves, and it's time to drop the hammer in Las Vegas. It's a great start for Sammy Smith, who jumps away with teammate Connor Zilich following him on the bottom of the racetrack into the banking of turns 1 and 2 for the first time.
Ow, that hammer dropped on my foot. Car's in the wall, and that is problems. The car around, that's the number 4 caution already.
Parker Redslaff went spinning down the back straightaway. I don't think he's hit anything yet, but William Sawalich most certainly did. And the caution comes out on
maybe they
lap
are
1.
as bad as ARCA.
Boy, that was not great timing on our part, was it? Oh, man.
Commentator's curse.
Wow, William Sawalich got sideways coming out of turn 2, backed his Toyota Supra for Joe Gibbs Racing into the wall, and in the aftermath of all of it, Parker Redslaff went spinning. I believe he kept his car out of the wall, but Sawalich most certainly didn't, Josh.
Yeah, the rear of that car and the bit of bodywork coming off of that car and then just rides the wall down the backstretch. And then Parker Redslaff just tapped it, didn't move the safer barrier at all. It was just the slightest tap, and that happened because they decided to go 4 wide.
Yeah, they were spread out 3 and 4 wide in the first corner, and we know how tricky turns 1 and 2 is here with the bumps certainly in the center of the corner. But I don't think that played any part into that. I think it was Sawalich coming down right across the nose of Jeb Burton. I'm not sure if those two made contact, though. Couldn't tell if there was contact between Burton or Sawalich or not. Either way, it got Sawalich out of shape. So we get a lap 1 caution.
Why has the NASCAR stream on Premier Sports just gone to ice hockey?
I don't know, but I can call that too, if I know the players. if I could have a roster, I could just call that for us if we wanted to. Oh, dear.
There we go, that's better.
I was just going to stand by and wait. Steering the ship elsewhere today.
That's a very broken front right for William Suarez.
Yeah, he's hit the wall hard on that right side, and they're trying to work on it on pit road, but you get the feeling that it's going to need a trip to the garage area, so we get a very early caution. Didn't even get through half a lap before Sawalich was in the wall, and Retzlaff was around with him. Again, Retzlaff, I think, has avoided damage in his spin, but it does put us under the caution on this mega racing weekend here on USRN and JBM, of course, as Formula One season takes the green flag, if you will. Lights go out on the Formula One World Championship tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whatever it is for you. Formula One is only a handful of hours away with the Australian Grand Prix.
A bit concerned yesterday when I looked at the weather radar for Las Vegas. Complete change of topic, by the way. That is just the life of JT. I was a little bit concerned to see Las Vegas was under a winter storm warning yesterday.
Yeah, that's rare for that area, and of course it was very cold and rainy last night, and that really made things difficult for the Truck Series, as William Sawalich has climbed out of his car on pit road, and he looks to be done for the day. That's a shame for the teenage driver from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And Joe Gibbs' racing effort will not be able to turn a single lap in this race today. Excited for Formula One tonight. We were talking off the air. I could be joining you guys tonight, and I don't think I've ever done that for Formula One.
There will be issues if you do not join us. The issues will be a JV who is dead, because the IMSA broadcast finishes 30 minutes before the on-air time for
Oh my gosh.
Australia.
Good grief.
Yes. I hope you're enjoying this behind the scenes view, Matthew.
Yeah, I absolutely am.
And I know for a fact you have no idea what any of it means.
For heaven's sakes, no. I don't have a prayer of knowing any of that. You kidding me? I mean, it looks very... I enjoyed JB's video on YouTube earlier in the week. What was that, Thursday, I think it was? I enjoy watching that.
I need to watch that, yeah.
I enjoy watching that stuff. Not that I know what any of it means, but I still enjoy it.
Let me send you a photo of... Hold on. This is so... I'll send it to Twitter because that is where Matthew lives. It is though. If anyone wants to contact Matthew, he is online 24/7 on Twitter.
Yeah.
Go under caution there.
24/7, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just like we're on air 24/7, you're on Twitter 24/7. Not the best place to be, not the best website to be on 24/7, but it is what it is.
Absolutely not. You kidding me? It's a tough.
And there is William Swalidge's car being picked up by, I think you guys call it the wrecker in the US. For us Europeans and Brits, it's basically a recovery truck. And it is gone behind the wall.
So Sawalich's day done, as the field is doubled up and ready to go for the restart, which will come at the end of lap 5. This is a 45-lap first stage. Omi has sent me a message on Twitter. Very good. Oh, we're just out here selling my Twitter account all over the place now. Oh, heavens. Toyota Supra Pace car off to pit road, and once again, it's JRM Chevrolets on the front row, but this time it's Sammy Smith and Connor Zilich. They take the green flag, and we are racing again. Let's see if we can get a cleaner restart here. Carson Quaffle shoves Smith into the corner, and it's Sammy Smith clear to the lead as they race through turns 1 and 2.
Sammy Smith into the lead, but only got 1 car length. Now that length of gap that gets closed up, that's the WeatherTech car getting involved as well on the outside line, looking for third.
Carson Quaffle skated up the banking, able to hold on to it on the exit of turn 4. He'll come across the line second behind his teammate Smith. The fight is for third. 2 more JRM Chevrolets are door to door. That's Justin Allgaier and Connor Zilich.
Chevy top 4, but it's ruined by Gray in the 54, that Toyota. Otherwise, it would be a Chevy top 5 with Sanchez currently in 6th in the 48 car. It feels weird not seeing Parker Kligerman in that car, but he's on my other setup.
Yeah, he's at Sebring, of course, yes. Here's Allgaier and Zilic side by side as they cross the line. So Junior Motorsports cars running 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th here in the opening laps. Meanwhile, it's 3 and 4 wide in turn 1. Josh Williams nearly got turned around by Brennan Poole. Williams goes up the banking. Ryan Sieg has to try to avoid.
Yeah, a couple of cars slowing due to that incident. 3 wide looking in towards turn 3. It goes against it as we are on board with the 27 of Jeb Burton, who is side by side going in towards the front stretch one more time.
And of course, Burton was in the middle of that accident on lap 1 with Sawalich, avoided damage. He's running wheel to wheel with Jeremy Clements in turn 1, and Burton will make that pass with relative ease. But Josh, that was a mess a moment ago as Josh Williams nearly got turned completely around by Brennan Poole.
Wouldn't have been the first time, wouldn't have been the last time that I had put Josh Williams on the caution sheet if he went round completing lap 9 of 45, starting lap 10 of 45, Matthew. Sammy Smith still in front.
Yep, Smith starting to open his lead a little bit here on his teammates. It's about 6 car lengths.
Yeah, 6 car lengths, 3/4 of a second last time they went through the timing beam down the backstretch once more in towards turn 3 as we jump back on board with Jeb Burton, who is up on the high line on his own as he's trying to get around the 42 car.
Yep, around the outside of Anthony Alfredo as they come across the line. So Burton has had a pretty good start to the season, makes that pass going into turn 1 and takes over the 15th position from Anthony Alfredo.
Another position gain then for Jeb Burton. It's not at all confusing with how many Greys and Burtons and Hills we have. and Smiths as well. It's, yeah, not confusing at all. Looking not on board with Austin Hill. Yeah. 21 across the line.
He gets around Kyle Sieg. Speaking of double names, yes. Kyle Sieg and Ryan Sieg in this race, and it's Kyle, the younger brother, who's running forward here. He's 13th after Austin Hill just got by him.
And we go in towards turn 3, definitely not distracted by something that I've just seen on my phone. 7 tenths in front is Sammy Smith, keeping control of this race early on.
Kyle Sieg trying to get back underneath Austin Hill. Of course, these two are followed by Sheldon Creed, mentioned in the grid. Creed has 3 top 10s in the first 4 races of the season. This is a trio running just outside the top 10.
Just outside the top 10, looking to get inside the top 10. Hill, Sieg as well, as that is the 00 of it's Creed, isn't it?
Yep, Sheldon Creed.
Yep, awesome. So many different driver changes this year. It's very confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, no doubt. He dives to the apron here on the main straightaway, gets to the left elbow of Kyle Sieg, and those two Fords run side by side into the corner. Creed has a nose in front. Now he'll slide up and clear the 28 of Kyle Sieg.
Another clear car for that one. Cut back to Sammy Smith, who Allgaier cuts down the inside, side by side towards you, Matthew.
Yeah, Allgaier, like a butter knife, slices to the bottom of Sammy Smith here in the tri-oval, and by the time they make it to turn 1, Allgaier's made the pass. New leader in Las Vegas. It's the defending series champion.
The defending series champion, indeed, to the lead, the number 7 of Allgaier, Sammy Smith, 25 thousandths of a second across the line last time. The number 1 behind Connor Zillage, who didn't have the best Cup debut at COTA.
Of course, he did win there on Saturday in the Xfinity Series race from the pole. That's the only top 10 he has to start the season, however, that COTA race. Meanwhile, further back, Harrison Burton and Jeb Burton, the cousins, have teamed up. They run nose to tail down the front straightaway and draft their way past Anthony Alfredo. So it's Jeb and Harrison Burton moving together.
Both moving together, indeed. The Burtons, this is Gray on Zillage, 4th and 5th as they exit turn 4. Down in towards, I'm guessing it's the tri-oval here at Las Vegas, because there's so many different oval names. And down in towards turn 1 we go.
Yeah, Taylor Gray has had a really good start to his rookie campaign. Right behind him, he's got his teammate Eric Almirola, the winner from a week ago.
Yep, winner from a week ago indeed. It's like tri-oval, quad-oval, dog-leg oval, big oval, small. It's so confusing. I will shut up.
Gray was able to get the nose of that Supra right to the back bumper of Zilich. Zilich got loose in 3 and 4. Gray gets past him. Now Eric Almirola will try to follow him through. In turn 1, Almirola works his way to the inside of the racetrack and to the bottom of Connor Zilich.
Connor Zillich's about to lose 2 places in a lap if Eric Almirola can get past. Connor Zillich pulls in front, 1-2 car lengths in front as we go in towards turn 4. Now, out of turn 4, still Zillich in front.
Well, these 3 cars are very unstable. Every time they get in the corner, they are twitching at the nose and the rear. Further back, 3 wide action. Harrison Burton, Jeb Burton, and Ryan Sieg. And in that scrap on the main straightaway, Jeb loses 2 positions. As Harrison gets by him, so too does the 39 of Sieg.
Big twitch for Jeb Burton on the front stretch, I noticed. Very nearly pit manoeuvred Harrison Burton. That would have gone down well. Connor Zillich still defending the number 19 of Almirola as we complete another lap. Yes. 20 of 45.
Zilich able to just stay in front of Almirola to hold on to that 5th position. He'd like to set his sights on Taylor Gray just ahead to fight for 4th if he can.
And that is what he wants to do. The 41 of Mayer is very close to joining this battle. You can see him on the rear camera of Taylor Gray as Zillich moves up high. Will that allow Mayer to go in front? No, he doesn't. Jesse Love is joining the party as well in 8th. Yeah, first time we've mentioned him today.
Yeah, the Daytona winner Love from California, driving for the Richard Childress Racing team. Sam Mayer.
There's a song in there somewhere.
Yes. Indeed, as we are just about halfway through this opening stage of the Liuna at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Glad to have you with us on USRN and JBM as the Xfinity Series embarks on race 5 of the season, staying out west after that thriller in Phoenix last week. And now here at this Las Vegas Motor Speedway where the racing has been so good the past handful of years in both the Cup Series and the Xfinity Series, and of course you could say that in the Truck Series too. It was a tight finish last night as Corey Heim went to victory lane in the Truck Series competition here. Justin Allgaier leads the way from Sammy Smith, who is second. Carson Quaffle is third. Top 3 are all JRM teammates. Then at 4th, you've got the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota of Taylor Gray. 5th is Connor Zillich. 6th is Eric Almirola. 7th is Sam Mayer. 8th, Jesse Love. Nick Sanchez is 9th. And Christian Eckes is 10th. And Josh, Allgaier wasn't that many laps ago when he made that pass on Sammy Smith, but since he's done so, he's put 3 seconds between himself and Smith.
Yeah, good move there, Josh Williams. Currently 35th, started 24th with his accident. As, the IMSA production update is going great. As, the leader of GTD, its car just broke. And it just came to a stop.
Oh, heavens. Oh,
and of course that happened just as I switched from page 2 of the timing screen to page 1. So I had to switch back to page 2 because that's where GTD timings are. Don't you love it? As this is down, that's Ty Dillon, isn't it? In the pit road?
That is. Do wonder if they might be talking about maybe a driver change here when they have a chance to bring Josh Williams to pit road. He is on standby for Josh, is Ty. The report is that Josh Williams is still under the weather, not feeling too well, and I bet he wasn't feeling too well a handful of laps ago when he nearly washed up the racetrack in that big glob of traffic and just avoided disaster. So Williams has fallen back about a dozen positions actually since the start, not feeling well in that Colleague number 11, so one of the Colleague Cup Series drivers, Ty Dillon, on standby to fill in for him. Here on the main straightaway, we've got Joe Gibbs Racing teammates dueling for the 4th position. Eric Almirola has been able to get by Connor Zilich, and now in turn 1, he gets around Taylor Gray. Move Almirola up to 4th.
Yeah, good couple moves from Almirola. He's a man on a mission. He's got around a second to catch up to 3rd place.
So Almirola coming off of that thrilling win last week into the 4th position. He is 7 seconds behind race leader Justin Allgaier. Almirola in that, I don't even know what you would call the color of that car, the 19. As now Taylor Gray slips into the clutches of Connor Zilich through turns 1 and 2. Zilich will take it to the middle of the racetrack. Try to get a run on Gray here off of turn 2.
Off of turn 2 we go down the backstretch. Zilich drops down to the inside turn 3. Very close bumper to bumper. Very nearly Connor Zilich going up into the high line and knocking his front bumper into the rear bumper of Gray. Line of stern as we go across the line once more.
I very much enjoy being able to watch Josh looking from 5,000 different screens, going just back and forth. There's no chance in the world I could ever do that. Fair play to you. So
I've been doing this for 7 hours, and I've got 5 hours, 10 minutes, and 20, 19, 18 seconds.
Very good. Brandon Jones, neon yellow and black, number 20 for Joe Gibbs Racing, 3rd at
You can't
Phoenix
miss him, can you?
last week. Third at Phoenix last week for Jones. He was so close to breaking this long winless drought. He's been 95 races since his last win, and he has moved up here quite quickly on the start, Josh. He started 35th. He's already up to 15th.
Yeah, absolutely, up to 15th. Good moves as we cut to a replay of something. No, it's just them going to an ad break with an ident. And, oh, that was a nice flyover. That was like an F-22, an A-10 Warthog, and a F-15, I think. I know my planes.
Yes,
can you tell?
You do, that's for sure. I don't... Oh, we have a car in trouble on the back straightaway.
Number 91.
So that car's smoking, but looks like we'll get to pit road and we will avoid going yellow. We stay green, and all the while Eric Almirola on the main straightaway cuts to the inside of Carson Quaffle. This is a fight for 3rd as Josh Balicki limps his way to pit road. He's got a flat right front tire. That's the problem for Balicki, the driver from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. So he gets to pit road safely without bringing out a yellow. Meanwhile, Almirola still trying to work over Quaffle in turns 3 and 4. Almirola climbs the banking all the way up against that Pennzoil yellow wall. Comes out of turn 4, door to door with Quaffle across the line. Almirola sticks it in front of Quaffle, and he'll sweep up into the 3rd position by the time they get to turn number 1. Almirola is really on the move.
Am I the only person who thinks Quaffle sounds like a food? Oh, Gaia, 6 seconds in the lead, exits turn 4, across the line once more. He's already lapping cars.
Yeah, he just got around. One of the ones he just got around was Josh Williams in that 11 car, who it would seem at the stage break will come down pit road and climb out of his car and give way to Ty Dillon. Josh not feeling well. So it seems as if whenever we get the next yellow that Williams will be on pit road, and that 11 car will be driven by Ty Dillon. And Austin,
I thought someone wrecked it then.
I did too. Thank you, CW. Austin Green also just went a lap down as Allgaier is picking them up and putting them down. Austin Green, the son of David Green, the series champion in 1994, as Ryan C. gets right to the bumper of Nick Sanchez. Sanchez gets very loose, has to catch that car from knocking the wall down in turn 4, and that's a position there as Almirola's still on the move here, Josh.
And Eric Almirola very close to a pit maneuver there, and that is, I believe, the number 53 getting in the way. That is Joey Gase, if I'm not... oh, look at that. Look how much the number 88 of Zilich went up the raceway right from the low, straight up into the high line, very nearly went into the wall. Good save from Zillage.
Yeah, it really was. There was lap traffic all the way across the track in front of Almirola and Smith, but Almirola has made that pass, so he has rocketed his way up to second. Smith falls back to third, Quaffle fourth, and Zillage has fallen to sixth as Taylor Gray has gotten through him. So Almirola and Allgaier at the front of this field, just as it was for so much of the race last week in Phoenix. Of course, Allgaier was on his way to victory before that late caution came out that led to Almirola getting the win, as we have 10 laps to go here in stage 1.
A lot of single file in this race, and then when it is double file, it's low line people on the lead lap, high line people that are getting lapped. Not a lot of moves happening. One move that is happening and is a battle for track position is Sammy Smith and Quaffle going across the line once again.
That's the fight for the third position, as Quaffle has been able to get around Sammy Smith, so the pole sitter backslides another position. He drops to fourth in the order.
Fourth in the order, indeed. I got distracted by the Las Vegas weather. I've got 58 degrees Fahrenheit, which is not hot, it's not cold, but it's meh 58 degrees, isn't it? Side by side. 20 in the 48 as we cut away once again. Well done, CW. Replay of Sanchez and Ryan Sieg.
Yeah, that was just a couple of laps ago when Sieg took his nose and put it right underneath the spoiler of Sanchez, and Sanchez washed up the track. Had to catch his breath there, but held on to the car, although he didn't hold on to the position, and since then Brandon Jones has gotten by him. Let's pick up Taylor Gray and Connor Zillage here.
Going in towards turn 3, look at the dive down to the low side for Connor Zillage, and that was an amazing move. So much more speed did Connor Zillage have as they crossed the line once more. 7 to go in stage 1, 39 of 200. Where's Ryan Sieg?
So Zillage makes that pass, and, well, I don't know where Ryan Sieg is, but what about Kyle Sieg in car 28? He's had a good start to the race, but he's got Brandon Jones closed in right behind him as they make their way to turns 1 and 2. Where's that at in the order? That is 13th and 14th.
Yeah, well, that was 11 laps ago, Matthew, so you're going to have to wait a little bit until 28 laps to go in stage 2. As we head down in towards turn 3 one more time, we cut to the front stretch, side by side, coming towards you, Matthew.
Cars 8 and 88, Smith and Zillage, and Smith not liking the handling of Pilot Chevrolet as he's going to lose another spot. Zillage gets around him, crowds him up the banking in turn 2. Hard racing between those two teammates.
Those two teammates, indeed, as we cut on board, so we can't really see anything.
This is looking right back at Taylor Gray. It's a great onboard shot, isn't it, when you can't see anything that's going on?
Oh, and then don't you love them forgetting to press the dual camera off? I could probably do a better production job than this.
You are right now. Gray trying to get around Sammy Smith for the 5th position. So we're down to 5 laps to go here in stage 1. Justin Allgaier's lead on Eric Almirola is 7.5 seconds. Then it's 10 seconds back to third place running Carson Quaffle. Connor Zillage and Sammy Smith running 4th and 5th. And here is Gray with a huge run out of turn 4. He breaks to the outside of the lap car of Leland Honeyman and to the outside of Sammy Smith. And Gray trying to make this pass. I believe he has.
Yes, he has, as we go down the backstretch one more time. 4 to go in stage 1. We're getting to the closing moments of this first stage, to then spend an uncountable amount of laps under caution for no reason other than stage breaks.
Gray just flying down the front straightaway here, gets to the outside of the lapped car of Ryan Ellis. Gray in the 5th position, but Josh, that's 12 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, 12 seconds off the lead. Side by side, 39 and the 16. That's Ryan Sieg. Was that for position or was that a lapped car, Matthew?
I am not sure if that was for position or not there for Ryan Sieg, who has done well to climb his way up to 10th. That was not for position, as Justin Allgaier has started the penultimate lap of the stage, trying to get around Brennan
It
Poole.
was for position.
Oh, it was for position. Very good.
It was for position.
It's good to know that we're on top of what's going on, clearly. As Justin Allgaier, we're not on top of anything. What are we talking about?
The only thing I'm on top of is production, somehow.
Justin Allgaier starts the last lap of stage number 1. Comfortable lead over Eric Almirola of nearly 8 seconds. Austin Hill just got around his teammate Jesse Love. That is for the 7th position. As Allgaier's gray and red, number 7, arcs into turns 3 and 4 for the last time in this stage. Here he comes, up out of the corner. Allgaier, who was so close to scoring his first win of the year at Phoenix last week, trying to right the wrong this week. Green and white checkered flag is down, and it's Allgaier, the winner of stage number 1 of the Liuna in Las Vegas. Eric Almirola, 7 seconds behind him, finishes second in the stage. Carson Quaffle third, Connor Zilich fourth, Taylor Gray in fifth, followed by Sammy Smith, Austin Hill, Jesse Love, Sam Mayer, and Ryan Sieg, the points-paying positions in Stage 1. It's the second stage win of the season for the reigning champion Allgaier. So,
was that Thunderbirds live, or was that...
I was going to ask the same thing, because I do not know. That would be a very strange time to be doing that live, but I suppose it is.
They're coming into land, aren't they? Because it's Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, we are. You've got the Nellis straightaway is just adjacent to the Nellis Airport base.
Yeah, they're coming into land.
I would not like
So that was their break to land, and CW picked it up quite quickly. Well done, guys.
I would not like that. No, would not like seeing that. Nope. Not a fan.
Because you can't really land. Why are my lights still flashing? You guys can't see it because my camera isn't on the stream, but Matthew can. Basically, you can't really land in a tight formation, can you? So they do a cool break where they all go up and split before landing.
Sure. I don't know.
I will send you the video of the Red Arrows doing what I'm talking about. Definitely not self-promotion. Self-promotion. These are F-16 Fighting Falcons, are the US Air Force Thunderbirds, and they are an amazing plane. Not allowed to, well, they are allowed to display in the United Kingdom, but not the way they display in the US, because the US display rules are completely different to the UK display rules. So when they came over to the UK for the Royal International Air Tattoo at RAF Fairford, which is a US Air Force base, but it is owned by the Royal Air Force, but it's operated by the United. It's confusing, okay? But they have to change their display completely different. It's completely different display because of the rules. I shall stop rambling.
Oh, heavens.
Hello.
Hey, very good. Jack is with us now. Hello.
Hello. Thank you to the souls taking down. I very much appreciate it. Anyway. I missed a lot.
Ty Dillon is going to probably going to make an appearance.
Yeah, he's
Hello.
getting in the car right now. Josh Williams has exited car number 11. He is not feeling well, so Ty Dillon jumps in. JB, hello. I heard your voice.
Hello, yes. I thought I'd just interrupt while we're under caution for a few moments to tell you that I've just been communicating with the wonderful Alex Jakes, who has provided me with some imagery. Well, let's just say I hope that the Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1 drivers and supercars can swim. It is throwing it down, not by the bucketful, not by the oceanful, but by the planetful.
Shall I get the weather radar up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
also, if anybody who's watching wants to take a look at Melbourne right now, go onto YouTube and type in Melbourne Luxury Apartments, and you can see a skyline webcam of the city. And the rain's moving away. The track is still deluged, but there is more rain incoming. So I thought I'd just give you a little update there, because I know those of us on USRN and on JB Motorsports will have the Australian Grand Prix later on. I'll leave this in your capable hands, boys.
Capable is a strong word, but okay.
I was being kind.
For those of you listening on USRN, we will have the Australian Grand Prix tonight at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Jeremy Clements, his Chevrolet came to a stop on the apron of the back straightaway under this caution, and he is having to get pushed to pit road. Not sure what would have happened there, because you wouldn't think anyone would be running out of fuel at this point, not yet 50 laps in. And as we mentioned, Josh Williams did come to pit road and has exited his number 11, so Ty Dillon, Cup driver for Colleague, has stepped in. So if you have just joined us, Stage 1 complete here in Las Vegas. We had a Lap 1 crash. William Sawalich got loose coming out of Turn 2, whacked the wall. Parker Retzlaff also went for a spin but continued on. And we went green the rest of the way, with Stage 1 being won by Justin Allgaier, winning the stage by north of 7 seconds from Eric Almirola. Allgaier and Almirola, who, of course, were two of the protagonists in the fantastic Phoenix finish last week. Okay, here's a question for Josh while on air. Will we get pit reports or no?
I can do pit reports, but if you speak, there will be an echo. So I can do pit reports if you don't speak. Yeah.
Then I will not speak, and it's just as simple as that.
Hopefully this will work. That's not working. Hold on.
Everybody is on pit road. We'll get the kinks worked out for the second set of pit stops, don't you know? Let's see who's going to win the race off of pit road. It's going to be Eric Almirola. It was a slow stop on the 7 of Allgaier, the stage winner. Has lost a number of positions. Almirola wins the race off from Quaffle, Hill, Gray, and Zilich. Then comes Smith. Then comes Allgaier. First onto pit road. 7th off of pit road for Allgaier, who is going to have to work his way through some traffic here on the restart when we get Stage 2 started.
Can you hear this?
And Allgaier, you're going to see him soon. Top of your screen.
Alright, here's a replay of the pit reports.
4 tires and fuel on the 54, Ken.
As we look at the leader, Justin Allgaier, you're going to see him soon. Top of your screen. Jim Coleman, crew chief, telling him, pull it off as much as you can. Turn it off when you can. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, fuel. They'll pull some tape. Middle box, 19 of Eric Almirola. Fired off being rear lateral. Running the bottom, he said he could use turn overall. Just need to turn better without getting up that side bite. And then finally, Carson Quappel finishing up his stop. He was just fighting loose at center. If he hits the bottom off 4, he loses all grip. So Andrew Overstreet, the crew chief, said we'll just do air pressure to tighten it up.
All right, very good.
That worked.
That did work. So we'll have a bit of a jumbled up order for this restart, with Allgaier, who rocketed to the front and won that stage with relative ease. Now he'll have to restart 7th. Started the race 6th and got to the lead fairly quickly. So this will be an interesting restart, as they all are. So, as we wait for this second stage to get started, Jack, what did you think about that great finish at Phoenix last week between Eric Almirola and Alex Bowman?
It was certainly the most physical of the 3 finishes that week. I thought it was a great finish. I think Phoenix really needed I'm going to be honest, all 3 of those finishes that happened that week, and I think Phoenix really needed that, to be honest. It's been a track that has honestly been not well regarded, shall we just say, by NASCAR fans in recent years. But I think that the Xfinity finish was definitely one of the most exciting Actually, Amarola getting another win. He's been really doing well with JGR. Obviously, hasn't finished below third in his last 5 starts. So very impressive.
TV direction from CW. Did you guys see that?
I did see that. I don't know what's going on.
Is Josh Bilicki leading the race?
He's 36.
That would be a shock because he cut down a tire earlier and had to come to pit road under green. Now what's happened here?
I don't know, but all I know is that I'm powered by...
Okay.
I'm powered by Pepsi.
So there is not a car up there in turn 4. It's just a bunch of cleanup crew equipment.
Where is Bob?
Need Bob. I share a birthday with Bob.
I have absolutely no idea who you're talking about.
Bob Pockruss.
How do you not know that we're talking about Bob?
Pockruss. I don't... Please.
Name another Bob you know in NASCAR.
Please, you think I know who you talk about? You cover, I don't know, 7,500 drivers. Could be talking about someone from the Vietnamese Superkart series that I don't know about.
That's a thing?
Vietnamese Supercar series. I didn't even know they had racetracks in Vietnam. I'm not going to be honest.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if that's a thing.
They were meant to, but the owners. Okay.
It's no way that is actually a thing.
Oh, is it really?
Vietnam superkarting.
Oh my.
Bob Pockruss has confirmed that Ty Dillon is now in the car for Josh Williams, and well, we only mentioned him once. It's time to mention him for a second time, for a bad reason. Jesse Love to the rear for an uncontrolled tyre. I know people won't love that. Sorry.
People are generally pretty mixed on Jesse Love, so if he was more popular, that would make sense.
Well, the fans of Jesse Love won't love that.
Yeah. I like Jesse Love because him and Connor Zilic bully each other on Twitter. No, Jesse Love, people are generally pretty mixed on him to my knowledge. Like, because of his ARCA antics, shall we just say. But then half of them are like, oh, he's in a Chevy now, let's forget what happened.
ARCA is ARCA, though.
ARCA is ARCA. ARCA was well and truly ARCAing.
Anything that happens in ARCA just needs to be dismissed.
What happens in ARCA
stays in ARCA.
I was very surprised last week, all the outrage over how Brent Cruz won that ARCA race. I thought he raced Queen fairly cleanly.
Queen himself apparently apologized to Brent. What I heard.
We are 1 to go. Half a lap to go now.
What he said on TV.
Yeah, I didn't think it was very.
I didn't think what. It's because he's in a Toyota, Matthew. He's in a Toyota. It's not okay.
Well, no, the media this week too. I was listening on Sirius XM. Mike Bagley and Pete Pistone going in on him. My goodness, it was.
Firstly, this is a 16-year-old kid.
Oh,
like, this guy is not even an adult. Secondly, before we get to the restart zone, I just wanted to say, do you want beating and banging, or do you not?
Well, it was cleaner than what Almirola did, but anyway, here's
Exactly.
Almirola and Quaffle on the front row into the restart zone. Green flag flies, and we get stage 2 underway, and Ryan Sieg drops to the apron, and that Ford is off the pace. So Ryan Sieg loses about 15 or 18 positions here on the restart as the field works their way out of turn 2, and there's another car smoking. Who is that?
There's off the pace and there's off the pace.
What a phrase, Josh.
Well, wise words. I'm not sure who that is smoking from the right front. CW is not giving us a great look at who that is.
He's reporting a transmission issue.
That was a Will Buxtonism.
Well, that's a shame for Ryan, who finished second here at Las Vegas last fall to A.J. Allmendinger as the field makes their way off of turn number 2. Eric Almirola shows the way from Austin Hill second. Sammy Smith has climbed to third on the restart. Carson Quaffle and Connor Zilic are side by side for fourth. And here's Hill sweeping up across the nose of Sammy Smith. So Hill will secure the second position here on the restart. Again, would like to know whose car is smoking back there. CW never really gave it to us on that.
Anyway, one thing I will talk about quickly is the mid-race driver change. Does anyone else want to know the last mid-race driver change in the Xfinity series?
Goodness.
Go on.
Joey Gase subbing in for Thomas Annunziata at Glen last year.
Ah, wow.
Annunziata suffered from overheating.
I figured it would be further back than that, as Kyle Sieg is making moves going into turn one. He just chopped to the inside of Daniel Dye to pass him. Kyle Sieg's having a good weekend. He's up to 13th as he makes that pass.
Round the outside he goes. The number 10 getting involved in that battle as well. That is Daniel Dye. 12 of 45 as we cut to Austin Hill, Sammy Smith, Connor Zillage, Linus Stern going into one.
Just behind our leader Eric Almirola, and Justin Allgaier just on the back of this too as they fan out into turn two. Quaffle or make that Smith to the outside of Hill.
Connor Zilic there to the inside there of Sammy Smith. Oh, he gets a little bit loose, but he saves it up to a side-by-side. Sammy Smith has been surprisingly quick this weekend.
Wow.
I don't know why, but random weekend he just decides to turn up and just be one of the best drivers on the racetrack. But Connor Zilic, obviously one of the most hot up-and-coming talents that NASCAR has seen in a long time.
8 and 88. We're very close coming off of turn four, as Smith has prevailed in that battle. Now Allgaier shoves Zilic down the back straightaway and into turn three. Austin Hill in the thick of this too. Hill in that RCR Chevrolet around all of these JRM cars of Smith, Zilic, and Allgaier. Here's Hill on the front straight, gets to the inside of Allgaier. Those two will run elbow to elbow off to turn one. And this is, what is this for, JT? It's for the 5th position.
I don't know. I was looking at IMSA.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Austin Green's got mechanical issues.
Oh, that's a shame for Austin Green, as Hill and Allgaier continue to race tightly together off turn four. Allgaier's been able to clear Hill, puts Allgaier up to 4th. Behind that battle, you've got Carson Quaffle and Taylor Gray. Those two are door-to-door going to turn one. Gray puts the nose of his Toyota Supra just ahead of Quaffle, who tries to fight back on the top side but can't do it.
Unable to do it as we continue around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in towards turn 3. Now on board with a driver that CW does not want to identify, we cut to Eric Almirola across the line, who is out front leading this one to complete another lap, starting lap 17 of 45 in stage, 62 of 200 in the race.
Almirola trying to build that lead up. He's done it by about a second on Sammy Smith, as we are just underway, as Josh mentioned, in stage 2. Jesse Love off that pit road penalty jack, trying to work his way through traffic. He's going to go 3 wide to the inside of Parker Retzlaff, is he? Nope, thinks better of that.
I was going to say, Jesse, you've been in this series a year. You're smarter than going for that move. He goes to the inside here of Parker Retzlaff, makes the move on him, being given a little bit of a, well, Ryan Sieg right on his tail. Seems to have recovered from whatever that transmission issue was. Now trying to get to the inside of Massey D, and he is laggily, as my stream is lagging quite badly, making the move.
Matt DiBenedetto for
Same.
Matt DiBenedetto for Viking Motorsports in that 99 car. Around the outside of Love, Retzlaff following this battle. It's going to be a long day for Ryan Sieg, if that's what his day is going to be like with transmission issues, just dropping 15, 20 positions on every restart and then having to try to pick them up in the green flag run. That's going to lead to a long day. Sieg is in line in 20th. Meanwhile, back towards the front, Zilic to the inside of Smith in turn 3. This is for 2nd. Justin Allgaier watches all of this every step of the way. Zilic slides up out of turn 4, clears Sammy Smith, and the door's still ajar behind him as Allgaier cuts down to the apron at the start-finish line. He'll get around his teammate Sammy Smith too. So Zilic is 2nd, Allgaier is 3rd, and Smith is 4th. Now, Ryan Sieg, he's gotten around Retzlaff. He's working on Jesse Love in turn 1, JT, and Sieg's made that pass.
Yeah, C completed that pass. Yeah, I opened the NASCAR 2025 caution spreadsheet. My whole laptop did not like it. My whole laptop lagged. As we look at Quaffle and Almirola, I believe this is not for position, not for position.
Yeah,
The timing screen has left, so I think the timing screen was broken, because one was showing in first, one was showing in 17th, and now randomly the 41 has appeared. What is the timing screen doing?
Sam Mayer getting around Carson Quaffle in turns 3 and 4, Jack. So that's Sam Mayer up into 7th.
I think we have to praise a little bit here how fast Haas factory team have actually been. I thought they'd fall off after Stewart left the team, essentially, because I know they're a new team, but they're essentially what's left of Stewart Haas. No, the team's done really well to maintain that pace. Sheldon Creed maintaining that pace in qualifying, and Sammy Smith getting brilliant results in some of the races. And Sam Mayer also has been doing something that I haven't seen him do before, being consistent.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. Mayer is...
He can win. He's just never been able to be consistent. He's the exact opposite of Sheldon Creed.
Indeed.
Sheldon Creed is stupidly consistent. He just can't win.
That's right. Yeah, Sam Mayer...
I am a Sheldon Creed fan, by the way, too, so it's really painful.
Sam Mayer has 2 top 5s in the first 4 races of the season. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier, trying to rebound after the slow pit stop, has picked off his teammate Zilich, so Allgaier moves up into 2nd. He is about 1 second behind the race leader Eric Almirola, as we're already just past the midway point of this second stage.
They go quickly, don't they?
Yeah, this is what we had last week, too, and of course it was a 1-mile track last week, but it was a 200-lap race, and the first 2 stages were each 45 laps. They flew by, but it certainly feels like this race has a similar feel to that Phoenix race a week ago. Of course, Alex Bowman was incredibly quick last week, but aside from Bowman, the 2 fastest cars were Almirola and Allgaier, and it seems to be that way again here this afternoon. Further back, speaking of Sheldon Creed, he slides through Kyle Sieg in turn 1. That puts the 0-0 of Creed up into the 12th position.
Stage 2 podcast.
See, you guys should trademark that, honestly.
We really should.
And just to
You
start...
can rename the JB podcast. Speaking...
Who is that?
Is that Greg Van Alt?
35.
It is Greg Van Alst of Anderson, Indiana. The emotional winner of the ARCA race at Daytona a couple of years ago. Drops to the apron in turns 1 and 2 off the pace in that car owned by Joey Gase. Meanwhile, picking up action at 10th, Christian Eckes and Harrison Burton are running nose to tail. Eckes in the 16 for the Colleague Racing team, a rookie in the Xfinity Series, a past winner here at Las Vegas in the Truck Series. He did that in 2021. He has Burton to his inside. Sheldon Creed closing in on both of them through the tri-oval and across the line. Burton nose to nose in turn 1 with Eckes, who will not give up on this fight, JT.
Yeah, won't give up at all. Round the outside, they touch down the backstretch. That was a close call between the 25 and the 16, down into 3.
Harrison Burton was the only driver to finish in the top 10 in each of the first 2 races of the year at Daytona and Atlanta, but had a mechanical failure at COTA. Austin Hill is on pit road. Now, this is not a scheduled stop for the 21 car. Hill, who is running inside the top 10, something is up here with that light blue and white number 21 for RCR. See if we might be able to listen in on this, Josh.
Yeah.
Here actually is what was causing the problem. He said it was really bad on entry, got worse on exit, so they're going to take 4 fresh Goodyear tires fuel. There were loose lugs on the left rear confirmed by the team when they pulled that off.
Great call then by Austin Dick.
So, some loose lug nuts there, Jack. Must have had a vibration, and that's why he came to pit road.
Yes. Also, I'm hearing a lot of praise for Kyle Busch in the commentary box.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he's terrific.
I've heard he's basically been. He sounds like, according to oh goodness me, what attack? Sorry, I'm watching rugby. But no, I just suddenly saw some guy just throw some guy to the ground. But anyway, back on topic.
That's the better version of American football, Matthew.
Okay.
That's
very good.
basically American football has taken rugby, tried to make it into football, and messed it up massively. And I will get absolutely slaughtered for comparing rugby to American football because it is literally as far.
Because they're completely different sports.
Yeah, they are completely different.
I love both. But no, back on to Kyle Busch. Apparently, he sounds like he's been doing it for years. In other words, Clint Boyer, pick up some notes.
Justin Allgaier, meanwhile, has bridged the gap that he had to Eric Almirola, and he has closed in on our race leader. They race through turns 3 and 4, separated by just 2 car lengths. Allgaier kicks out the back end on the exit of turn 4. Almirola gets a better run out of that corner and extends his lead now to 4 car lengths as they work back to turn 1. They've got 2 1/3 seconds back to Connor Zillage in third.
Something tells me we're not getting the Six Nations title.
I enjoy watching rugby. I very much enjoyed watching it during the Olympics with the French
I only really
team.
watch during when England are playing. The only reason I'm watching the France v Scotland game right now, along with the NASCAR, is because it affects the Six Nations big time. If France win, England, then we lose the title. Because England are top right now, but if France win, they go top, and then they win the title. And so far, they're absolutely annihilating Scotland.
Well, the French men's team winning gold at the Olympics. It was very entertaining to watch.
Oh, did they? Didn't know that.
Yeah, it was very entertaining.
I played them. We've done it at Six Nations in ages, though, so...
Meanwhile, Almirola's lead on Allgaier is stabilized here. Allgaier ran him down quite quickly, but has been caught in the dirty air and has not been able to dispose of him quite so quickly. Trying to work around Joey Gase in a lapped number 53 blue and green colored car for Joey, the Nevada Donor Network Chevrolet this weekend, as they click off another lap with now 11 to go in the stage. And let's see if Allgaier can reel in Almirola. While we'll keep an eye on that battle, here's Sheldon Creed on the main straightaway, cutting down to the inside of Harrison Burton. This is a fight for ninth. Really good run for Harrison so far, Jack, but he's going to lose this spot to Creed, who slides his way through in the corner.
This is the thing about AM Racing. That car is genuinely a solid midfield car. Brett Moffitt proved it. That car can run in the midfield, and in some instances get fairly close to a win in some cases.
Yeah,
the problem is the driver last year. I will not name who that driver was, but I don't necessarily think that they were the best choice for that car, and the performances showed that. And also, can someone please remind me who the hell Dylan Lupton is?
Wow, that is a blast from the past. As Allgaier comes
He ran that
right
car for the
up.
last 5 races of the season.
Yeah, he did. It's a blast from the past.
I didn't know who he was. I was like, who is this guy? Oh, he just makes random appearances every year.
Yeah,
he was unexpected.
He was a regular many years ago. Not anymore, of course. Oh, wow.
Like JJ Yaley, basically.
Pretty much. Allgaier right up to the back of Almirola as they race into turn 3. Almirola takes his Toyota to the bottom. Allgaier will run around the top side, or at least in the middle of the racetrack. Almirola slips up out of turn 4 across the nose of Allgaier, and they are nose to tail as they make their way back to turn 1 with 8 laps to go here in stage 2, JT. And this is a good fight between two of the protagonists from last week.
And I'm going to click a button, and you are going to get tons of Instagram pings. Apologies, Matthew. 8 to go in stage 2. No apology. That apology was not serious, by the way. I do not care. 8 to go, stage 2. This broadcast has veils, doesn't it? Cross the line once more.
Oh, they're always entertaining at the very least. Taylor Gray nearly got into the wall coming out of turn 4, running at 6th. Well, this is interesting, isn't it, Jack? Allgaier came from a long way back, ran down Almirola, but ever since he's gotten to him, he hasn't been able to find a way around him.
Yeah, no. Allgaier just having some difficulties passing Almirola. Two very experienced drivers as well, you've got to remember. Allgaier, the reigning Xfinity champion. Obviously, I think it took him way too long to win a title, to be honest. And Almirola, who has several Xfinity wins. Not only that, but a 3-time Cup Series winner. Although, I will say, he does have a habit of winning his races in the oddest ways imaginable.
He does. Of course, his last Cup win at New Hampshire a few years back was under very strange circumstances, as off turn 4.
Race shortened.
Yeah,
race shortened by darkness.
Darkness, yeah.
2018, Talladega, teammate ran out of fuel on literally the last lap. And then finally, you've got 2014 Daytona, which was a rain-shortened race, and was also Richard Petty's last win as a team owner.
Correct, that's right.
Technically does not own Petty GMS Enterprises.
No, which of course has now become, Legacy.
Legacy,
Yeah.
which is primarily owned by 7-time Cup champion Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, another 7-time Cup champion, of course. Yeah, it is interesting that Richard Petty no longer has a major stake in a team, as we have just 4 laps to go in the stage. Carson Quaffle, Taylor Gray are still fist-fighting for this 6th position, and Quaffle in turn 2, able to work his way to the inside of Gray, and they will run side by side down the back straightaway. This has been an ongoing battle for the majority of this stage. Ty Dillon in the 11 car yields to the outside. Quaffle a bit loose on the bottom of the racetrack, but he is able to straighten it out of turn 4 and make the pass on Gray, so put Quaffle up to 6th. Meanwhile, it's still very close at the front, if the CW would mind to show it, between Almirola and Allgaier. But it doesn't seem as if they are in the mood to do so right now, which is very sad.
That's Josh Williams, who
Oh.
I'm told is elected not to go to the infield care centre and will be watching the race from the pit box.
Oh, Allgaier did get alongside Almirola on the front straightaway, Jack, and then he used the lap car of Ryan Ellis as a pick. Allgaier gets past Almirola.
Here's Almirola.
Yeah, Eric doesn't want to give that up. Into turn 3 to the inside of Allgaier. The Toyota Supra of Almirola pinched on the bottom of the banking. Allgaier has to give him room. He does. Almirola re-grabs the lead, and they come to the line to start the last lap of stage number 1. They've got more lap traffic just ahead of them that they're going to have to maneuver through. That's Chris Wright, who will yield to the outside. Both of the leaders get by the Pittsburgh driver, and off of turn 2, Almirola down the back straightaway. Allgaier right in his tire tracks. Off to turn 3, Almirola. He's going to cut it to the bottom. Allgaier fades way, way up right next to that yellow wall. He's not going to get the run off the corner that he wanted, and the stage flag is waving, and Eric Almirola is the first one to it. He wins stage 2 from Allgaier, Zilich, Smith, and Mayer. Well, that was exciting at the end of the stage.
The only thing that actually happened in stage 2.
Caution's out.
There we go. I actually remembered to add the little owl to my story, so that first story had to be deleted. Sorry, Matthew. You've got pinged again.
A legend that is the little owl.
1.
Yeah, because I'm sorry. The thing is, the only reason I'm the little owl 1 is because it was my Minecraft username.
Because the little owl was taken.
The little owl was taken. The little owl 1 is taken on Twitter. There's some guy who's not been active in like 5-10 years or something, who literally has taken the little owl 1. Please give me my name back.
Guess I should just follow you back, Matthew.
Only if you want to.
I didn't realise we weren't following each other on Instagram. I didn't even realise you were on Instagram.
Well, see, yeah, here's the thing. I'm never on Instagram. I am never on Instagram. It's just not a
Then
thing.
again, the last post was 5th of January, so you were. Dog.
Dog.
That
I'm
was,
liking the photo of the dog.
Dog.
That would make sense. Yeah, that was when it snowed, and that was Charlie's first snow. And it would seem...
Are you in the risk area for tomorrow, Matthew?
Absolutely not. Well, not for... I think we're going to get rain. I don't think we're going to get anything drastic.
Just say, if you got a tornado, please film a video of it.
Yes, that would be my first thought.
You'd be one like one of those storm chases, you know, the ones who literally like drive towards the tornado.
Those people are psychopaths.
I was about to say, they're like total adrenaline junkies, I've always said. But then you got to think about the ones, you know, the plane pilots from the like Air Force who fly into hurricanes to measure them. That's insane.
Yeah, madness.
Right, I've got the National Weather Service stuff here because I pay more attention to the US weather than the UK weather, Matthew.
Okay,
You do.
rain, 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 rain.
Is there a particular reason why you do that?
Because it's more interesting.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for that.
Apparently you're you're either in marginal or slight risk.
Okay, well that checks out because we definitely have a heavy chance of rain. I'm looking on my weather app right now. It says 85% chance of rain, but it doesn't say. I don't even think it says anything about thunderstorms. Just rain.
This is gonna sound very weird, but let me just go to your exact location.
Yes, please
Not.
do. I'll give you the latitude and longitude. Okay.
All I remember is Bowman Gray. You're near Bowman Gray.
Yeah, that's right. I'm about 20 minutes. Yeah, that's right.
You are safe. It's not reached you yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah,
Other than there
I
are,
noticed that too.
yeah. Other than multiple tornado warnings ahead into Talladega.
Oh.
Well, what
And-
finish that is?
And Atlanta is in the danger zone. What else is in the danger zone? Nashville is past the danger zone. I don't know. But this is the deadliest. Yesterday was the deadliest tornadic day since 2011.
That is an amazing word.
I love that word. I'm surprised a rapper's not used that in a song yet. Sounds like something like you know what I like to call the fast rappers. Sounds like something that they would use in a song. Ooh. Right, some guy just wiped some dude out while he was in the air. Jeez.
Oh,
You said yet, by the way.
a
All I'm
new
gonna say is to hear Matthew's house getting torn apart right now by a tornado.
Jeez.
a new tornado watch has just been issued by the National Weather Service for parts
United Kingdom.
of eastern Louisiana, Mississippi, and coastal waters. And it is a PDS warning. Which you... Oh, hello, Pitts.
They'll go on the jack down at the bottom. The 19 of Eric Amarola saying, man, that was a really good heaving Justin Allgaier. Eric saying, I need a little bit of everything to run with Justin. Needs more turn, more lateral, and he's on the splitter just a little bit as the race off pit road happens now.
Execution by the...
So, Almirola wins the race off pit road from Sammy Smith. Again, Allgaier's team loses a spot on pit road. They lost 6 spots last time down, but loses just 1 this time. Brandon Jones, 4th off pit road. Good positional gain for the 20 team. By the way, JT, I have this is an on-air production meeting.
They are not a rarity at all on JB Motorsports. Go ahead.
I have a request, and please know that with everything that you have going on, that I am not asking of this by tonight. I can put it in during the week and have it ready for race 2. But if you have an idea of where a couple of interesting highlight clips from JBM's Formula 1 coverage from last year, please do send
it. Yeah. Okay.
in our opening sequence for Formula 1 this season. Please and thank you.
Taylor Gray to the rear. Safety violation.
All 17 viewers, I hope one of them is not JB. Please do not tell JB, thank you. We
Joint voice is like, what?
We have to do this behind the scenes. Just F1?
Well, they're going on the opening sequence of what we're doing for Formula 1 this year, so that would be preferred.
Okay. I will do it after the NASCAR Xfinity race.
Okay, well that's much appreciated. You don't have to rush, though. You do have 1,000,001 things going on.
There's only one there's like 2 from last year. All of the good ones happened from NASCAR.
Well, of course.
So if you need any from NASCAR, let me know.
I will take whatever you have, because I'm always updating the opening sequences, so... I will take whatever you have and eventually, weave them in.
The best one will probably be, there's another, and from show another pointless celebrity. Oh, it's Anthony Joshua.
Because actually, Jack, you more than likely did not know this, I'm assuming, but there's a clip of you in our opening sequence for the Cup Series. And
is that?
I want to know which one this is.
I know exactly what it is,
Probably
actually. It was from last year when you and JB did the Monday race at Michigan. And it's Corey LaJoie's flip.
Oh, fair. You know what? That is a good clip, to be fair. I was thinking it's probably something like very borderline that I've said, but no, it's all right.
No, it's a very good clip to have in our opening montage.
No, it is. Well, that was my genuine reaction. I just went, whoa, because I didn't expect him to flip. And again, of all people to flip at Michigan like that, it would be Corey LaJoie.
And I think from memory, NBC was in break, so I think the international feed had to catch it as quickly as possible. So it was a very quick cut to a car upside down. But
no, we literally just cut to it, and we just saw him land, and we were like, oh wow.
Yeah, so that created a very good clip to put in our open.
Especially as I'd watched the Xfinity race the previous day and seen Kyle Sieg.
Yes, that's right.
I remember I was in a voice chat with my friends, and I just suddenly, when I saw it, I was like, oh, he's over! Like, you could see it happening. Oh, man.
So, yes, any clips that you have... Any clips that you have, please, because we have 3 different...
I have one for a NASCAR rain delay.
Oh no!
Because we have 3 different opening sequences.
Do you want to hear it?
We have Cup, Xfinity, and Formula 1 opening sequences this year. So yeah.
This was from last year's Le Mans when there was 6 hours of constant safety car.
Gosh, there's
I
a NASCAR race,
not there.
as well. I'm never going to complain about a NASCAR race being long ever again.
Oh dear.
Anyway, we're doubled up.
Thank goodness.
I like NASCAR races being long, to be honest.
I have a clip from a MotoGP watch-along, and it's titled Germany 1945.
Okay then.
All right.
Coming to the 3-star zone for the third stage.
Germany.
All right, here we are. Stage 3 about to start mercifully. And we are just shy of halfway home in the race. Eric Almirola and Sammy Smith on the front row. Green flag waves. Almirola takes off, getting shoved on the inside lane by Justin Allgaier. Allgaier now clear of Sammy Smith, jumps up to the top of the banking, gets alongside Almirola here, JT, and this is going to be tight off turn 2.
3 wide, further back, possibly 4 wide for a moment. Down in towards turn 3 we go. Eric Almirola leads by 2 car lengths.
So Almirola able to avoid Allgaier's assault on the restart. Almirola leads the way back to the line. Now Allgaier's got some pressure from his inside. Connor Zilic gets alongside his teammate Allgaier. They'll race into the corner side by side. I don't know why CW has taken this opportunity to give us a replay of the restart, because the action is tight going into turn 3 with Zilic on the back of Almirola. But now, and Almirola gets loose in the middle of the corner, and Zilic rockets to his outside. Here they come, swinging up out of turn 4. Connor Zilic making an assault for the lead. At the line, puts his nose in front of Almirola, who charges back downstairs into the corner. Almirola backs off into turn 1. Zilic keeps it wound up topside jack, and Connor Zilic is going to have the lead off turn 2.
Whoop, whoop. Connor Zilic into the race lead at Vegas. I remember last time him and Almirola faced off here was last year, and I remember exactly because Almirola punted him out of the way. So a little bit cleaner this time, their battle.
And Zilic takes the lead at halfway in this race, just across halfway now with 101 laps complete and 99 to go. And that last lap from Zilic is the new Xfinity fastest lap of the race. So Zilic has taken the lead from Almirola second, Allgaier third, Sam Mayer fourth, Sammy Smith is fifth, and now Sheldon Creed peeks to the inside of Brandon Jones. Those two battle in turns 3 and 4. For the 8th position, Creed's Ford Mustang comes right up alongside the Toyota Supra of Jones. May have traded a little paint on the exit of the corner. They still run door-to-door down the straightaway and into turn 1, and JT, who's that behind him? It's Harrison Burton.
Yeah, Burden getting involved as well. I've got 99 problems and I've got 99 red balloons, but the length of a NASCAR race may or may not be one of them.
Here's
Love the Jay-Z reference.
Sammy Smith creeping up on the back of Jesse Love. Love is actually just past Smith on this lap for 5th. Meanwhile, at second, on the apron, Justin Allgaier slices down to the inside of Almirola. Allgaier stuffs it into the corner, and he's going to make that pass. So Allgaier, Jack, moves back up in front of Almirola to P2.
Yes, absolutely. I'd also firstly like to say that the original line of that Jay-Z song does apply to me. But secondly, Almirola and Allgaier, to me, have been the class of the field this race. I was expecting those two to contend for the win, and then Connor Zilic just out of nowhere. You know what else out of nowhere? Here goes Jeb Burton to the inside. I think that might be Harris. No, that's Kyle Sieg. Yeah, Jeb Burton to the inside of Kyle Sieg, as the two Siegs are actually pretty much neck and neck. I'm struggling to figure out which one's which at this point, considering usually I'm used to seeing at least one of them at the back.
Yeah, Jesse Love into the top 5, guys. Good move. Some people could say that Love is in the air in the top 5.
Yeah, the Sieg brothers The Sieg brothers from Tucker, Georgia, having good runs today. Ryan is 11th, Kyle is 12th, just ahead of the Golden Corral sponsored Chevrolet of Jeb Burton, who runs in the 13th position. So off the restart, Connor Zilic zooms to the lead. Allgaier getting around Almirola. So that's the top 3 here. And you're right, Jack. Allgaier and Almirola have absolutely been the class of the field, but Zilich has taken the fight to them here to start this last stage. This final stage, by the way, we went green with, about 102 laps to go. That's more than double the length of the first two stages, which was only 45 laps long. So now we're into the final stage, the longest of the stages, as we check in on Austin Hill, who had to make that unscheduled stop in Stage 2, had a vibration. He has been able to get back on the lead lap, Jack, and he's running 16th, and he's right behind 15th place Christian Eckes.
He absolutely is. Austin Hill chasing down one of the rookies in the field, but one of the more impressive truck drivers in the last 2 years. Christian Eckes, as I say that, he gets loose, and Austin Hill is getting through here. Talk about curse of the commentator right there. Right as I'm talking about how impressive he is in the truck series, he gets loose.
You missed what I did at the start of the race, Jack. I said before the start, NASCAR Xfinity isn't as bad as ARCA. First lap on the backstretch, the most ARCA move ever.
By who in particular?
It wasn't like Josh. No, it wasn't Josh Williams. That was later on in the race.
Wallach were involved.
Yeah, Williams. So
Yeah.
Wallach was the one that crashed. And
I haven't seen a replay of that wreck. Let me see if I can find it.
And
Hold on.
I don't think there was any contact. It was very close between him and Jeb Burton, but I don't think they actually touched. Jeb is in the thick of a big scrum here with Austin Hill, Nick Sanchez, Christian Eckes, all in this battle here, which is just outside the top dozen. And in fact, Jeb peels his way on the back straightaway to the outside of his cousin Harrison Burton. So the Burton clan has gotten together here, and Jeb around the outside of Harrison has made the pass in turn 4, putting Jeb up to 12th. Harrison slips to 13th. Now here's Austin Hill. He'll work his way to the inside of Harrison Burton in turn 1. Hill takes it straight to the bottom of the racetrack. Harrison runs down the middle of the banking, and Hill slides up on the exit of turn 2 to make that pass, and Austin Hill moves up to the 13th position. So Connor Zilich continues to lead by 0.8 of a second from Justin Allgaier, as we are early in the final stage of the Liuna here in Las Vegas. Does anyone have any idea why they called this race just the Liuna?
It's the most random name, isn't it?
It is. I don't understand it.
I think they should have called it the JBMotorsports 200, but that's just... I mean, they haven't sponsored the restart zone, have they? Any?
Echo Park Automotive.
Well, yeah, Echo Park Automotive.
JBMotorsports has a lot more value it can provide than Echo Park Automotive.
Yeah, so that
NASCAR,
is
if you're
the...
listening, NASCAR.
That's the restart zone at the Speedway Motorsports tracks like Las Vegas, COTA, Texas, New Hampshire. It's going to be the Echo Park Automotive restart zone, but only at those tracks.
Well, to the ones that don't have sponsors, reach out to JB Motorsports.
We encourage it, yes. Brandon Jones and Ryan Sieg at 9th and 10th. Just go into the sales department. Yeah, absolutely.
Fly to America, get there, like, guys, I am sponsoring it myself, the Little Hour 1 restart zone. Also got the F3 race on in the background.
With typical Joshua Birch systems with his MacBook not working. Is what I've just been given news, because I get news from all 3 streams for some reason. I was only scheduled to be on 2 of the 3 streams at once. It seems like I'm involved in all 3 of them.
The poor guy was catching up there to Connor Zilich, as you can see.
Yeah, well, while Justin Allgaier is in second, I'm just that all guy who's in all of the streams.
Fair play.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, side by side here, Ryan Sieg and Brandon Jones. Ryan Sieg still trying to get to the inside. Does he clear Brandon Jones? He does. So that's Ryan Sieg moving up into 9th position.
Of course, Ryan had a great run last week in Phoenix after having to start last on the grid, finished 3rd through that frantic finish, 4th rather for Sieg at Phoenix last week. He's a solid driver, no doubt about it. Came so close on a couple of occasions to getting his first win last year. You think of the photo finish at Texas, where he just lost out.
I hated that.
Yeah. And then here at Las Vegas in the fall, he was in the thick for the of the battle for the win with AJ Allmendinger and finished 2nd to AJ. Hopefully Ryan Sieg, his day will come at some point. Maybe it's today, running in 9th, as Connor Zilic is holding on to this lead over Justin Allgaier by only a couple of car lengths. Everyone will have to make a pit stop for tires and fuel in this final stage. And of course, we haven't seen any green flag stops so far in this race, at least scheduled, that is. But if it stays green long enough, we will have that in this stage. You've got 23 cars on the lead lap, the last of those being Anthony Alfredo. The first car off the lead lap is actually 2 laps down in 24th position. But very impressive to see Zilic work his way to the front on this most recent restart and stay there, because they have obviously been working on that 88 car a lot over the last 2 opportunities to get on pit road and work on the car, because at the start of the race, JT, he just went pretty much straight back.
Yeah, straight back indeed, as I've got way too much info on way too many tabs. I need to chill out.
I could have...
Too wide.
Oh, boy. Very tight. Harrison Burton, Jeb Burton, and Nick Sanchez were nearly 3 wide, funneling up out of turn 2. Jeb and Harrison have been close together basically all race, and they still are here, Jack, as they work their way in turn 4.
Oh, they're going to go 3 wide!
Yeah, Harrison to the bottom of the track, putting Jeb between
come on,
Harrison and Sanchez. 3 of them across the track as they cross the line, and Sanchez gets the best run of any of them down the straightaway, and by the time he gets to turn 1, Nick Sanchez has picked off both of the Burtons and up to 13th.
Absolutely outrageous overtake from Nick Sanchez. He had no right to make that move, and he did it anyway, showing the skill that he showed in trucks the last 2 years. Obviously won the 2023 Rookie of the Year award, and also won 2 truck races last year, Daytona and Charlotte.
Yeah, it was a really entertaining win that he had at Daytona. As you mentioned, also won at Charlotte.
Isn't that the one that Taylor Gray flipped in?
You might be right.
Or was that a different record I'm thinking
You
of?
might be right. I don't have that on the top of the memory bank.
I mean, the only thing that I can remember about Las Vegas is last year they managed to break the safer barrier out of all things.
NASCAR can do anything, JT. You remember at Circuit of the Americas last year, we saw the entire rear end of a truck detach.
No kidding. I do remember that.
Yeah, and then we see people not having a care in the world and absolutely dive bombing someone and taking someone out. NASCAR at COTA.
NASCAR at COTA, I don't care what anyone says, is incredible. Because people get annoyed at each other so easily. It's so much fun to watch.
Carl Larson's tyre decided to join its friends on the outside of the circuit.
Not only that, but also Austin Cindric decided it was a good idea to try and imitate Chase Elliott. Unfortunately, I meant in terms of retaliation, not. And, by the way, I'll give my take again. I get what the drivers are saying. I get what NASCAR is saying. That's my take. I get both sides very nicely.
Are we basically saying that we've got NASCAR at COTA coming to a movie theatre near you every single year?
A movie slow motion replay of Sheldon Creed hitting Jesse Love off the track, because I would pay for that. I mean, Matthew, you were commentating, I imagine, on the Xfinity race. I imagine you saw that.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It
Jack,
was highway
shall
robbery.
we?
A reaction.
Yeah, it was highway robbery over there. As speaking of Zilich, starting to feel some real pressure here from Allgaier, as Allgaier has scooped into the deficit, and it's now just a car length as they cross the line and go back to turn number 1. Allgaier, who won the first stage, they both go around the bottom of the racetrack. But Allgaier most certainly is there now, starting to stalk his young teammate. As down the back straightaway they get to the inside of Leland Honeyman and get around him. Now Zilich about half a groove up off the bottom in 3 and 4. Allgaier gets right to his back bumper. Zilich twitching at the back door, and Allgaier gets to his inside. And Allgaier puts the nose in front of Zilich on the way to turn 1. That's all it took, was for Allgaier to get right to the bumper of Zilich. But in turn 1, Zilich just throws it around the outside. Oh my goodness, and keeps the lead. An authoritative move in turns 1 and 2 from Connor Zilich.
He's saying right there, you might have the experience, but you don't have the moves that Connor Zilich has learned. Because Connor Zilich, honestly, that's the kind of move I think a dirt guy would make. My goodness. But speaking of moves, here's Justin Allgaier, who has just made what I think will likely be the definitive move. And unfortunately for Connor Zilich, Garrett Smithley was in the way, so he couldn't do what he did last time.
Oh, Allgaier got right back to his inside on the main straightaway, and Zilich tried to squeeze him down all the way to the grass just about, but Allgaier has been able to make the pass. So to the lead once again goes Justin Allgaier. Now if he can do what he did at the end of stage 1, he'll stretch this lead quite a bit, because he won that first stage by more than 7 seconds, and already as he makes his way to turn 1, that lead has grown to about 5 car lengths as we race with 71 laps to go in the Liuna at Las Vegas.
They're about to go green in Formula 3, by the way. It took them about 4 formation laps, but, you know. It's incredibly wet over there. Oh no, NASCAR drivers are scared. I said the word wet.
Is it going to be as wet in Australia tonight as it was in Adelaide in '89?
No, nothing can ever be that wet ever again.
I don't think so.
Do you want to know the thing, Matthew? No. The F3 race, they are literally doing a NASCAR style. They have done 3 laps behind the safety car and then done a rolling start. They are literally copying NASCAR.
Oh. Wow. Must be.
You sounded so happy then, Matthew.
It must be.
Like,
A lot of these guys have been in before, by the way.
Must be extremely.
Yeah, I'm expecting absolute chaos. I'm seeing the cars sliding all over the place. It's like literally watching me trying to ice skate.
Adelaide,
I would like to see that.
Adelaide
You wouldn't.
89.
I'm terrible at it.
Adelaide 89 was Bob Varsha and David Hobbs did the broadcast of that race on ESPN, and it was just so. The conditions were so dreadful they couldn't see out their window.
Another one that lasted 16 laps.
It didn't last many.
I'm sure it lasted like 16 laps.
Yeah.
Or Ayrton Senna was like, guys, stop. And that's the race leader saying that, so you might have a bit of bias there, but...
Yeah, and then he crashed.
Oh, what a move.
He crashed in that race. Thierry Boutsen went on to win that race.
Oh! There was 2 cars off the track in F3.
If memory serves, it was Thierry Boutsen, Alessandro Nannini, and Riccardo Patrese on the podium, if I have that right, from Adelaide 89.
Let me have a look.
You remember that?
I very well
I'm concerned.
could be wrong. I remember a lot of random things, okay?
Australian Grand Prix 1989. It was... You would be correct.
My goodness. Because
You remember who got the fastest lap that race?
Oh, surely it had to have been Senna, yes?
No. Satoru Nakajima.
Oh, wow, and a Lotus. Oh, my goodness.
And a Lotus Judd.
Wow. Now there's a throwback. Oh, that 89 season. Oh, my goodness.
And the safety car's out. Have fun, Omi.
What a year that was. Bootson had also won that year in a wet race.
I've just got
at Canada. So it was.
I've just got a message from Omi. 3 letters. It starts with F. There's an F in the middle, and there's an S on the end.
Yeah, 2 cars off right now. Solov and Voisin.
64 laps to go in the NASCAR Xfinity. I don't even know how. Is it Liuna? I don't know.
Xfinity race at Vegas.
Yeah, that race, 64 laps to go, and it's not Zoo Lane.
Ooh, and Almirola. Yeah, Zilich got loose in the middle of the corner and walks
Owens
up the
have no
track.
idea what I'm talking about with that
Absolutely
reference.
not. Almirola down to the inside of Zilich on the apron. Zilich just so subtly opened the door, but once again he's going to do to Almirola what he did to Allgaier and just stuff that Chevrolet around the outside of turn 1 and 2. And Zilich is very loose on the exit of turn 2. Almirola comes right back at him. This is a great fight for second. Into the corner, Zilich takes the air off the nose of Almirola, but Zilich once again on the exit drifts up, and here comes Almirola back to his inside JT, and it looks like we're going to have a change at second.
Yeah, down the inside, below the line, very nearly for Eric Almirola. He gets in front of Zilich, and for context, Matthew, it's a it's an old kids show. It's turned into a meme.
What show is this?
6409.
I wouldn't have had a prayer to know what that was. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I don't know half the stuff y'all talk about to begin with.
Join the club.
The most sane thing that we've talked about in the last hour is Satoru Nakajima getting the fastest lap of the '89 Australian Grand Prix, which I'll now never forget. I'll never forget that now, so thank you, Jack.
Who got the 1990 Australian Grand Prix fastest lap?
I don't know. It's always a fair guess to take Senna in that.
Wasn't the 19? I was gonna say, when you said 1989, I was thinking of 1991, which at the time of its abandonment was the shortest race in F1 history. Just 16 laps had been completed in the 1991 Grand Prix, and despite crashing on countback, Nigel Mansell and Gerhard Berger actually managed to keep their places on the podium due to countback.
I'm going to do a thing.
Okay. Here's Austin Hill working his way to the inside of Carson Quaffle on the main stretch. This is for the 7th position. And Austin Hill, has he been able to complete that pass, Jack? I think he has.
Yes, he has.
So that's Hill up into 7th. And just ahead of that, Jesse Love takes 4th from Sam Mayer. So Love moves up into 4th position. Mayer backslides to 5th.
Jason Massey has officially retired from the race.
Well, that's unfortunate for Mason Massey. We haven't had, well, really any accident since lap 1 of this race. And
Alt is struggling with a wheel vibration and says his left arm is going numb.
Oh, heavens. Mason Massey joining William Sawalich as the only two drivers currently out of the race. Massey from Douglasville, Georgia. Focusing in on Ryan Sieg here, running in 10th. Trying to put together another good run for this family-owned team.
I've decided it's a good idea.
Yes?
To invade the F3 broadcast.
Oh, dear. Here's Sam Mayer on pit road, and maybe we're about to see everyone make their scheduled green flag pit stop here. Mayer's on pit road with Gray. Ryan Sieg is in 2. So, cars on pit road with 56 laps to go. And this very well could be the last stops of the day.
Shout out to Kyle Sieg, by the way, having an incredible day.
Yeah. He absolutely is.
Do you want pit report?
Absolutely.
Allgaier making his stop. He's going to stop right there in the box. He was reporting just a little bit snug. He just needs more turn on that car. They will make a slight air pressure adjustment. Looks like a pretty routine stop, maybe a little slow on the right. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel. You see Eric Amarola. He just said he was tight. The long run did not come to life. Felt bound up. Apologized to his guys as they continue that stop. Jesse Love on the right side of your screen. He has had a great rebound after an early pit penalty. Again, another car that's reporting tight conditions late in the race here at Vegas.
The advantage.
So Allgaier and Almirola come out of pit road right together here, Jack. And look at it. They're going to run side by side on the apron of turns 1 and 2. This is for a big bit of track position, and they come up off the apron and onto the racetrack, and Almirola's in front of Allgaier.
They've just come out in front of the 32 that we haven't really seen a lot of today. Austin Green, who surprised a lot of people with his road course performances last season.
Austin Hill and Connor Zilich now on pit road. So Zilich, we'll see where he blends in at. Carson Quaffle is also in the pits. But that was...
and they've dropped the fuel.
And Almirola got loose in turn 2, trying to get underneath Chris Wright, trying to get around another lap car. Here's Allgaier 3 wide with the lap car and Almirola, and Allgaier swoops ahead of Almirola.
Right.
Wow. My goodness. That was a daring move.
He's leading a NASCAR race.
Yeah, Kyle Sieg leading during the cycle of stops. Oh, and Connor Zilich is back on pit road. He must have gotten a penalty.
Too fast entering. There we go.
Oh, wow. So Zilich, who was in the lead group, gets taken out of the battle for the lead and the win by speeding on pit road. Oh, and
Jeb Burton and Sammy Smith.
Sammy Smith, yeah, Sammy Smith also caught for speeding. But how about that move by Allgaier to go 3 wide with the lapped car of Blaine Perkins and Eric Almirola, and now that will put Allgaier in position to be the leader of the race again once the pit stops cycle through. We're waiting on Kyle Sieg, Daniel Dye, and Brennan Poole to pit.
On board with him right now, it's Jeb Burton, who will also be serving a pit road penalty for what is likely about to be shown for removing equipment.
Oh, it's the gas can. Oh, and it got wedged underneath. Yeah, the gas can got wedged underneath Carson Quaffle's car in the pit box just ahead of Jeb's.
If I'm his crew, I'm nicking that.
Wow.
That's ours now.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. We mentioned the run that Kyle Sieg is having today. He could not catch a break to start the season. He was 36th at Daytona, 33rd at Atlanta, 27th at COTA, and 18th at Phoenix. But he has been consistently in the top 15 today, and he currently leads during this
penalty again.
green flag pit stop cycle. Do we have another penalty?
Nick Sanchez. Passed through. It's too fast on pit road, I think. Next up, another one. Dawson Cram. Penalty too fast on pit road.
Well, and
didn't even know that was possible in a Mike Harmon car.
Sorry. I would imagine...
We have officially corpsed Matthew Owens live on air.
I would imagine a lot of these are too fast entering, because this is a pit road that is very easy.
Section 2, according to Chris Knight, for...
Yeah, this is a pit road that's very easy to speed on entrance because of just how the entrance of pit road creeps up on you when you come off that banking in the middle of the corner. Kyle Sieg, the leader, is on pit road here. So Sieg has made it into the pits, and this will put Justin Allgaier back in front of the field.
And Bilicki screen time.
Let's see, his lead on Almirola is about half a second or so. Jesse Love is third, Sam Mayer is fourth, and Austin Hill is fifth.
Carving his way through the field right now.
Yeah, Zilic off that speeding penalty, going to have to really get to it. He has stayed on the lead lap, but he's dropped to 13th, and he's about 30 seconds off the lead after he was racing with the leaders Allgaier and Almirola prior to the pit stops, as he is trying to get through Christian Eckes for the 12th position.
Pits.
I've inevitably learned as a rookie.
Yeah, and Kyle, the one thing that I would say is he is a rookie.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Zilic, who thought he might be in contention for his first oval win, and of course still could be if he can get a caution and capitalize on a restart, as he is still on the lead lap, but that is a tough break for him.
Penalty again.
Oh, another one. My goodness. Who on now?
This one, Joey Gase.
Wow.
Who passed on pit road? Interestingly, not on entry, section 12.
All right. Zilic does make that pass on Christian Eckes to move up into the 12th position, as we are down to 45 laps to go here in the Liuna at Las Vegas. And for a moment, I will put you in the very stable hands of JT and Jack here, as I'm going to just step away for a moment, gentlemen.
Bad idea, but alright. On board with one of the Burtons, I do believe it's Jeb going in towards turn 1 here, up to the 20 and the 42. That's the 20 of Brandon Jones down the inside of the number 42. I believe that was a lapped car, not for position.
Santiago Ramos just got an early bath in F3 as he went straight through a puddle of waterlogged grass, got forced off the track.
Amazing. 44 laps to go, on board with Garrett Smithley in the 14. He's 4 laps down, currently 29th, and that tells me that CW are on an ad break. Down to pit road he comes. Cut back to Allgaier, who has really been controlling this race. He has led this race.
Penalties again.
Go on.
And it is a double kill for SS Greenlight. Penalty, Patrick Emmerling, too fast on pit road, section 1. Penalty, Garrett Smithley, uncontrolled tyre.
Yeah, that's why Garrett Smithley came down into pit road moments ago. Yeah, the 7 of Allgaier led 61 laps. He led for 35 laps between laps 14 and 48, then 18 laps between 127 and 144, and now currently 9 laps as they complete another lap. First 152, last 160, the lap we're on and counting. 41 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Liuna. In towards turn 3 we go now for the number 7 of Justin Allgaier. It's currently Allgaier, Almirola, Love, Mayer, Austin Hill after his free pass on the latest caution. Our latest caution, by the way, was the stage 2 conclusion. That was 7 laps in length. That started. First lap of that caution was lap 92. And the last lap of that caution, 98. So we've been green for around 63 laps now as we complete another lap. Here is the number 16, who is currently down in 12th place. and is about to be lapped once again by the 7 of Allgaier, who completes another lap. 39 to go. And 64 laps now led for Justin Allgaier. Other leaders, the 19 for 51 laps. He did it in one stint between 49 and 99. The 88 of Connor Zillage led 2 times from 100 to 126 and 145 to 145. Only led 1 lap there. And the 8 led the first 13 laps, and the 28 led lap 146 to 151. There's an aerial view, if you're watching along with us, of Las Vegas and the Las Vegas Strip as CW return from an ad break with now 38 laps to go. Brandon Jones, Quafill, Ryan Sieg, Creed and Harrison Burton round out your top 10. 1.8 seconds now the gap between Allgaier and Almirola out front, Jack.
Yes, oh, that voice crack. Almirola definitely
Clipped.
You can clip that. God's sake. Ah! Okay, well, Justin Allgaier leading, as you can see. Hopefully his lead doesn't get destroyed by Almirola like my voice was. Jesse Love also working quite well in 3rd place, though. They give him credit where it's due. This guy's definitely got a lot better on the intermediates.
Let's go down to pits.
In test mode, Crew Chief Coleman actually told both myself and Adam that this morning, that back in Phoenix last weekend, this weekend, and then in 2 weeks in Martinsville, these are important races to the playoffs, so they have got to be happy, checking the box, grinding speed, hopefully here in a race in the fall that will hold a lot of caliber. This is the most speed we've seen from JRM to start the season so far. As we look at the 2nd position running car, Eric Almirola, what a week for him. He wins at Phoenix. Goes on vacation to Park City with his family, celebrates a birthday this week, now running in the 2nd position, looking for his first top 10 ever here in the Xfinity Series at Vegas. And this is actually the site where he made his very first career Cup start back in 2007. There's a shot of the car. I spoke with Eric this morning, just what he remembered about that day, and he laughed and he said, man, my first Cup start, it was an awful, awful day. He remembers leaving the track thinking, well, there was my one shot and I blew it. Fast forward now, currently in the 2nd position, looking for a great day here at Vegas. As we move to the 3rd running driver, Jesse Love. What a rebound after an early pit road penalty. And in general, what a rebound for this team. They threw the kitchen sink at it this morning after yesterday's practice. Danny Stockman, the crew chief, just felt like they did not have what they need handling-wise. It's just been building a bit snug, has been the habit so far through the race, Dylan.
For Sam Mayer, who runs in the 4th spot, he's been consistently inside the top 5 all day. Strength of their car, they feel like, is that they don't bleed lap time over the long run. Sam said lap 20 to lap 50, he feels like they're money on each of these runs. A lot of maneuverability in their car. Yesterday in practice, Jason Trincheri, the crew chief, wanted to make an adjustment. Sam just moved his line around on the racetrack and fixed their issues. So I feel like they've got a really good balanced race car. They have had it all day long. They run 4th right now, Kim.
As we look at Austin Hill in the 5th position, they had a really good yesterday day in practice. Crew Chief Chad Haney told me everything they tried seemed to work well. Today had a little bit of bad luck with a loose wheel early, but have been able to rebound well. Currently in the 5th position for Austin Hill, the only driver in the field who has a win here at Vegas, hoping maybe for a little bit more here at the end to maybe get a top 3 is the speed that Chad felt they had here at Vegas, Dylan.
Brandon Jones started 35th. He's plus 29 on the days. He rides in 6th right now. 2 good weeks in a row after an abysmal start to the season. The setup they've got in their race car is similar to John Hunter Nemechek's car, which won the spring race here last year. So they knew, even though they had their hands tied behind their back at the start, they had a good race car. The message to Brandon was, at the start, just go where they aren't. And now, here at the end, it just make the tires live. They've got a good long-run car, just trying to finish this off with a strong result today, Kim.
Carson Quappel currently running in the 7th position. This is actually the site of his dad, Travis' last career Truck Series win. I asked if he remembered anything. He said, I don't remember my dad's successes, but he said his dad has no problem reminding him when he's won a race at a track that Carson is currently running. Carson, though, there might be a little bit of trouble. Take a listen to the radio.
So when Jeb drug the can out and knocked down our fuel guy, we didn't get it completely full. We're about 3 gallons short, so about 8 laps. I mean, we can start lifting with 15-20 to go. Yeah, but we're talking 8 laps. Got to save 3 gallons. That's the tough part.
So we saw that issue where the can of, I believe, Jed Burton went into and up under the left rear. Well, that kept them from getting that fuel cell full. So currently in save mode for rookie Carson Quapple.
Ryan Sieg runs in the 8th spot. We've documented their issues so far today. They are praying for no more yellows, no more pit stops. They somehow have made this work and run inside the top 10 now in 8th. But this is about where we expected them to run. Ryan is so confident in his race car here, knows exactly what he needs. Just have made a couple small adjustments during practice and even the race today just to try to get it a little better, but really have been really happy with it. This will be, I think, a great day for these guys given the issues at hand if they can soldier home with the top 10 here.
Yeah, I mean, it's two.
There's the top 8 rundown in the Liuna. 28 laps to go. And just finishing off the top 10, Creed and Harrison, Burton as well. A couple of issues we heard. Yeah, a couple of issues we heard for Carson Quaffle down in 7th, Brandon Jones in 6th, Austin Hill 5th, Sam Mayer 4th, Jesse Love in 3rd, Eric Omarola in 2nd, Justin Allgaier still leads with a 2nd gap as we complete another lap. 27 to go. As all single file and around a 10-second gap between 2nd and 3rd. A lot of single file, not a lot of moves. We're into now the Stage 3 podcast track.
Yes, indeed. We should get that one trademarked too. As you can see, Brennan Poole up on top of the racetrack, just about to be lapped here by Justin Allgaier. And Allgaier does that successfully, or does he? No, Brennan. No, yep. Now he does. And see a battle going on there between Daniel Dye and Jeb Burton. Jeb Burton on the outside decides to give up that place to Daniel Dye. Just behind him was actually my pick to win this race, Taylor Gray. Just not happened for him today, but currently the top rookie in the standings, just to remind everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Top rookie in the standings as we complete another lap across the line. And we are on board with Gray, looking at the number 27 of Jeb Burton. And now looking at the 71, who is slowing on the infield of Ryan Ellis.
It sounds like he's having
no dash, no fuel pressure. So an electrical issue for Ryan Ellis of the 71. He comes to the stop in his pit box, and then it's a stop and go. Will he go behind the wall? We will have to keep an eye on that one. And yes, he has just gone behind the wall. So car 71 of Ryan Ellis behind the wall with 23 laps to go. It is near on. Day over for him. As Eric Almirola continuing to close in on Justin Allgaier. Now 7 tenths down from 1 second. 3 tenths a lap. The gap is going down.
Ooh.
That's not what an F3 car is meant to look at. I've just seen
that's why I said wow.
Yeah, 22 laps to go. The gap, first and second, is now just under 6 tenths of a second, 0.576 to be exact, as they went across the line that last time round. As CW go on break, hopefully for the final time today, so you can see the rest of the race. And still the top 10 is Allgaier, Almirola, Love, Mayer, Austin Hill, Brandon Jones, Quaffle, Ryan Sieg, Creed, and Harrison Burton, with Zillage in 11th. And then 12th down, Ekis, Carl Sieg, Dye, Sammy Smith. Everyone down below that are all at least one lap down. Only the top 11 on the lead lap. "20 laps to go now. That gap now going to 0.4 of a second. And you can see the gap has physically gone down, Jack, as we go down the backstretch.
Yeah, I think that this will be a nice little battle maybe here between Allgaier and Almirola. It'll be interesting to see how these two battle it out. Almirola obviously very physical last week to get that win at Phoenix, and a brilliant finish, to be fair. I think this will be a really interesting battle to see how these two race each other. I understand they have a lot of respect for each other, and Almirola and Allgaier just been the class of the field today, man. Like, Zilic had his moment,
but then it kind of went away from him. Yeah. Look at that gap now. 0.2 of a second between Allgaier and Almirola. We might have a battle for the win, Jack.
Yeah, we definitely do. Almirola catching up here to Allgaier. Both teams, as you can see, cannot keep their eyes off their monitors and off the racetrack, because those two cars are going to be battling for the lead. Allgaier, I don't think, has won yet this season. He'll be looking to get that win, lock himself into the playoffs. And yeah, I can't really add much more to that, to be honest.
16 laps to go. The laps are counting down. The gap on that one at the front stayed the same. We've gone picture in picture as we look at the battle between Quaffle and Brandon Jones. Quaffle in front in 6th, Brandon Jones just behind, bumper to bumper as they go across the line. As we go full screen with the lead battle once again, and they are trying to save fuel. You can see that the pace has slowed down definitely as they go down the front stretch. They've got 10 seconds on the field, so they can do this. They're getting up to more lapped cars once again as they go in towards the banking of turns 1 and now 2. And the backstretch onto it now with 15 laps to go, as Ian Birch would say here at JB Motorsports.
Ian Birch.
Yep, as Ellis is still behind the wall currently.
I think he's done, by the way, Ellis. From what I've heard, I think he's done.
Yeah, a full electrical issue, no fuel pressure, no dash at all. That is not the best, is it?
That was like a total, complete shutdown. Who remembers who was the driver in F1 a while back where their entire dashboard and car just suddenly shut off? Was it Kimi Räikkönen?
That is not a question for me. I cannot remember at all.
I swear I remember it, where his car just completely shut off. Everything on the dash just died suddenly. It's like that, but with Ryan Ellis.
Yeah, 13 laps to go. Allgaier, Almirola, Allgaier still keeping some sort of control around this circuit. That was the number 19 of Almirola going on the low side of the number 4 of Parker Retzlaff, who is a lap down already, Jack, as we complete another lap.
Indeed. Ryan Ellis back into the race. I was wrong. Hopefully, whatever issues they had, they have now repaired. as Amarola continues to chase down Justin Allgaier for the win, 2 veterans. I'm surprised Amarola doesn't want to run full-time in Xfinity, because I think he could easily win a title in the series, but his choice.
Yeah, Justin Allgaier trying to keep the car on the bottom, gets a little bit of a twitch down in towards turn 4, and I believe the Oracle has returned. Hello, Matthew.
Hello, everybody, as we are heading towards a grandstand finish. As you guys have been documenting these last handful of laps, a cat and mouse game here between Allgaier and Almirola, as when they get to the line in half a lap, there will be 10 laps to go. And here's Almirola throwing it deep into turn 3, had to get off the throttle, nearly lost the nose. That will allow Allgaier to get off turn 4 with an uncontested lead. 10 laps to go. And no pressure at the back door for these guys, as Jesse Love in third is 10 seconds back. Well, we didn't quite get a duel to the finish between these two, particularly last week at Phoenix after that wild restart where Allgaier washed up the track and lost positions. It was Almirola edging out Bowman at the flag. But they were the 2 best cars last week. They're the 2 best here. But in that time through turns 3 and 4, Jack, Allgaier just lengthened his lead on Almirola. It's now 5 car lengths, maybe even 6.
Yep, Amarola maybe pushed his tyres maybe a little bit too hard, or is he saving for those final few laps? We'll see what ends up happening. Allgaier with that slightly bigger lead. I think he might. I don't think he's extended it this time, as Carson Kvapil does come into the pit lane. I imagine that is because he is short on fuel. Thank you, Jeb Burton, for that, according to Junior Motorsports. Clearly that moving equipment penalty, thing that they got the removing equipment penalty for, really has impacted Carson Kvapil, as he is short on fuel, so they're going to fuel him up, get him to the end.
It's a shame for Carson, who has to give up another solid finishing position late in a race, just like he did at Coda a couple of weeks ago, and then last week at Phoenix too. So we're heading towards another cracker of a finish in the Xfinity Series, as across the line, Allgaier and Almirola separated that time by just 0.3 of a second with 7 laps to go. Just to tie up some guys' days, you have the Haas Factory team cars are both in the top 10. Sam Mayer is 4th. Sheldon Creed is 10th. It's been such a great start to the season for those two. Ryan Sieg is heading towards another top 10 if everything stays the way it is. He's 7th. Kyle Sieg, his brother, who's had such a great weekend, he is just outside the top 10. He's 1 lap down in 11th. And Harrison Burton is heading towards a top 10 finish as he runs 8th. And also, not to be forgotten, Dean Thompson, who we barely mentioned, Jack, is running 15th, heading towards a really good finish for the Sam Hunt Racing team.
I am going to make a prediction here again, that one day Sam Hunt Racing is going to win a race. I just know it. I don't know how they haven't done it already, but I think Sam Hunt one day wins a NASCAR race. I would love to see them do it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would, and I don't think that is that big of that huge of a statement. They have been making gains last couple of years. Yeah, we're down to 5 laps to go, and JT, Eric Almirola, has been following Justin Allgaier around lap after lap. Has he run out of options, or, as Jack said, is he just saving for one final attempt in these last couple of laps?
Probably saving for one last attempt in the couple of laps, and, well, it's NASCAR. there might be a caution. I don't want to jinx it, but there might be.
Well, remember, Allgaier was heading to certain victory last week in Phoenix, and a caution came out inside the final 5 laps, and he wasn't able to survive the restart. He places that car to the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Almirola is multiple grooves up towards the top, trying to make something happen, but I think he just lost more ground than anything.
I think he's lost a time there.
Yeah, 3 laps to go, and Allgaier's lead is up to 3/4 of a second. Yeah, he lost a lot of time there, Jack, did the 19.
Yeah, I think that might be Amirola's race. done, and he is about to get unlapped. I think someone's about to unlap themselves here. That's Taylor Gray. Or is he going to try and push Amarola to the result?
They are teammates at Joe Gibbs Racing, so maybe they could work together, but they're running out of time as Allgaier comes across the line. 198 laps are complete, and now just 2 laps to go in Las Vegas. Justin Allgaier, the reigning series champion. Is he going to knock down that first win of his title defense season after coming so close last week? Taylor Gray pushes his teammate Almirola down the back straightaway, trying to make gains on Allgaier, but it might be too little too late as Allgaier brings his Chevrolet for JRM off turn 4, and the white flag waves. Justin Allgaier starts the last lap with a 1-second lead on Eric Almirola. Allgaier, over these last laps, have been able to withstand the pressure from Almirola, absorb the pressure from Almirola, and in the last couple of laps, pull away to a comfortable lead. And now, for the final time, Justin Allgaier on the bottom of turns 3 and 4. The gray, red, and black number 7 comes up off the corner. Checkered flag is waving. He'll get there this week. Justin Allgaier wins the Liuna at Las Vegas, his 26th career NASCAR Xfinity Series win.
Oh, we got a battle here. Hill, Mayer, battling. Side by side. Hill, can he clear him? Yes, he does. He does manage to clear him. Hill managing to get that 4th place on the final lap. Great result for Austin Hill. Good result for Brandon Jones, too, in a nice 6th place. And a very, very good comeback for Connor Zilic, getting into that 9th place. Shout out Harrison Burton, too. 8th place finish for that AM Racing team.
So it's Allgaier the winner, Almirola 2nd from Love, Hill, and Mayer. Brandon Jones 6th, Ryan Sieg with another terrific finish as he comes across 7th. As Jack mentioned, Harrison Burton 8th, Connor Zilic 9th. Zilic, of course, may have been in the mix between Allgaier and Almirola for the win had it not been for the speeding penalty in this final stage. And Justin Allgaier has just won a race in the NASCAR Xfinity Series for a 9th consecutive season that has tied him with Mark Martin and Kyle Busch for the longest streak of consecutive seasons with at least one win in this series. He has found a nice little niche here in the Xfinity Series, finally knocking down the championship last year. Today is his 26th win, and putting together perhaps a Hall of Fame kind of career on the Xfinity level, as he's going to come out the escape hatch on the hood of the car, the roof of the car, beg your pardon.
Red flag in F3 race, red flag. And it's over.
And let's see if we can hear from Justin Allgaier down on the main straightaway as he gives his winner interview with the folks from the CW.
And after such a strong performance last week, he finally gets his first win of the year. Hey, after last week and have that slip away, to come back here, back it up with another strong performance. How gratifying is it? How good does it feel to do what you guys did here today?
It feels amazing. This whole team, just I cannot say enough. The fans that are here, thank you. I hope we put on a great show for you. Eric and I were going at it, and hats off to him. He raced a heck of a race, and just so proud of everybody on this Jericho Camaro. I mean, to see the speed we had since we unloaded off the truck, and I was really sad with the 6th place qualifying effort, and to be able to get here, to have the Jarrett folks here. To have everybody, Rick Brandt, he's on the phone right here actually.
Hi, Rick.
Rick was here last night. He took us to the Journey concert, or not Journey concert, the Eagles concert, and it was absolutely amazing. All of our partners, Best Foods, Carolina Car Parts, Tough Co, Chevrolet, the Hendrick Engine Shop, Hendrick Chassis Shop, every man and woman that works at JBMotorsports. Just cannot say thank you enough, and how proud I am of what we have here. It's been special, and God is good, man. I got my whole family here. Mike Jarrett's here. First time we've been in victory lane with him. It's been amazing.
Opportunity. Yeah.
I know winning races. I've been lucky enough to win a lot of races in my career, and this one means a lot because I feel like we've been so close. And last week was right there, and we battled with Eric. So, hats off to all the fans at home, everybody at Xfinity Mobile, everybody that's part of the CW. I finally won one on the CW, so thank you guys all, and hope the fans had a great time. Look forward to seeing the Cup race tomorrow.
The 19 did keep you honest at the end. How did you balance not mirror driving and just focusing out front there and doing what you needed to do?
Today, the word of the day was discipline. Not missing the bottom. Eric had a fast car, and we kind of flip-flopped back and forth there a few times, and I got lucky. Actually, after the pit cycle there, I got lucky, and I was able to get by him with some lap traffic, and that was really the difference maker for the race. And just so proud of this team. I mean, I know that I keep saying that, but there's so many people that touch these race cars, and to have a race car like we did, to qualify 1, 2, 3, 6, really proud of the effort.
Well done. Justin Allgaier, finally a winner in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I'm measuring the stat line here, Dylan, and I'm not sure what's bigger. First win of the year, first win at Las Vegas, or his first on CW. I mean, he said it there. He's off the snide. He's done it with us on a Saturday afternoon. 26 career victories. 9 consecutive campaigns that he's picked up a trophy. He's the reigning champ, and he's doing all the things you need to do to go back-to-back in that category. A fun celebration coming in Las Vegas for Justin Allgaier.
Well, you heard it there, how close he was at Phoenix last week, but also how close he has come to winning here at Las Vegas. This is his 8th career top 3 finish at Las Vegas, but it's his first win. Finished 2nd or 3rd here 7 times prior to today without winning. But Jack, today, Justin Allgaier cashes in Las Vegas.
Yeah, very happy for Allgaier. It was only a matter of time before he got a win to get that title defense underway. He was the class of the field today, him and Eric. As he said, the lap traffic definitely helped him a lot there. And I think Justin, well-deserving winner here, personally. And good to see him finally win at Vegas. Congrats to him.
And JT, it was another fun and exciting Xfinity Series race. This series every Saturday gives us fun racing. It was a mostly clean race, too. We only had 1 caution for incident the entire day.
Yeah, looking at that wheel, I don't think that's going to be used again. That rear left. The whole tyre has, it's all shredded, hasn't it? Yeah, NASCAR Xfinity, every Saturday we have a Stage 2 podcast. It's a bit boring, but the finish always is worth it.
Well, it was a good one today here in the Liuna, as Justin Allgaier gets the victory.
And yes, I do have a flashing yellow thing there for full course yellow, because there is a full course yellow in IMSA for some reason.
So that is first win of his title defense campaign, and it's been a start to this Xfinity Series season that has now seen 5 different winners from its first 5 races. Jesse Love got the win at Daytona, Austin Hill at Atlanta, Connor Zilich at Coda, Eric Almirola at Phoenix, and today Allgaier in Las Vegas. Next week, the Xfinity Series will head to the Homestead Miami Speedway, one of the most entertaining racetracks on the NASCAR circuit, and certainly looking forward to what this series will do there at Homestead with all the tire wear and the multiple lanes to choose from. You could stick 4, 5, 6 cars wide on the straights and the corners there. So that'll be next week, the Hard Rock Bet 300 from South Florida. Next Saturday at, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Guys, this was fun. Thanks so much for being a part of it. And we will do it again as the season goes on, of course.
Absolutely.
All right, so that does it. That does it for us from Las Vegas. Of course, stay tuned. Josh, how long left on Sebring?
3 hours, 12, 17, 16, 15. Full course yellow, and you will be redirected when the stream ends.
Very good. So, yep, Sebring's still got over 3 hours left. And then, of course, later tonight, catch Sebring on JBM on YouTube. And then, of course, later tonight, this is 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time for our USRN audience. We'll be on the air for the Formula One Australian Grand Prix. They'll also have it, of course, on JBM on YouTube at whatever time that turns out to be in your neck of the woods. So we are going to get out of here where Justin Allgaier has won the Liuna from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, holding off Eric Almirola for career win number 26 in the Xfinity Series. Thanks so much for having us in for the race today. And of course, with all of that still to come today at Sebring in Australia, we'll be back here in Vegas for the NASCAR Cup Series Pennzoil 400 tomorrow, USRN and JBM. We'll see you then.